This is your daily reminder to get some exercise in.
Dog.
One eternity later.
All right, so I did 45 minutes. I don't know, it wasn't like I went real hard. I'm not breathing as hard as I normally do. It was all right. It wasn't as satisfying as the week before, you know? Last week it was satisfying. It was because it was hot, and I really felt like tired the heck out of me. But today it's like it's hot, but it's like 5 degrees colder. And it's amazing how that affects you. Anyways, if you're wondering why I'm posting these videos, wondering why I'm like wearing sweats outside during summer, the main reason why is to make things very uncomfortable for me. If you challenge yourself and do things that are hard, I think on a mental level, like you build like a callus, you just make yourself stronger mentally. And if I can like jump rope for 45 minutes outside with sweats on, I can do, there's gonna be a lot harder things that I can do after that. Like, this is simple. You know, this is nothing. This is like 45 minutes of just being mild and comfortable. People live in the desert, and it is grueling hot, you know? And, you know, to them, it's just like it's a regular Tuesday, right? It's a regular day. So, if I can even get a kernel of that, like, heat or that feeling, then I think I'm achieving something. I know it's silly. It's really silly, actually. It's just, I think as you mature as an adult, you know, you get older, and then you start realizing that you start not realizing, but like you start just doing like hitting that simple button, hitting that easy button. And, you know, even though we're like, look, I'm just an average dude, we're all like average dudes, average people, right? We can still accomplish something that is, I would say, like a moment of being extraordinary, you know? So if you can like,
Just make yourself just a teeny beeny weeny, little itsy bitsy bit uncomfortable, just a little bit. If you can make yourself as a grown up a little bit uncomfortable.
you're doing something extraordinary, or you're probably doing something that most adults don't experience. They like stop experiencing like challenging stuff. You know, a lot of adults stop experiencing challenging stuff after high school. You know, a lot of adults quit playing sports. They quit being physical. Their job may be physical, but they get paid to do that. They don't want to. They don't want to do it when they're not being paid. You know, it's when you're not being paid that shows who you are. At least that's my opinion. You know, you could argue against it, but by all means, you can disagree. That's cool. You know, we're all individuals. We all have disagreements. But I think if you challenge yourself every day, mentally, physically, at your work, you know, and try to not maintain, like, be stagnant, you know, even if it's just a smidge, like, you know, just a little bit better, you're moving yourself in the right direction. If you find yourself in a job and you haven't really gotten better at it, or you find yourself pursuing something and you haven't improved at it, then you are going backwards, or you are stagnating, you are plateauing, you know. And we're all here on this earth to kind of experience things and to become better versions of ourselves. And if one way to becoming a better version of yourself is experiencing
Just a teeny beeny weeny little weeny, a little weeny. Just a little teeny beeny weeny, itsy bitsy, itsy bitsy bit of. I can't. If you just feel a little bit uncomfortable, just a little bit uncomfortable, right?
I think you're on the right track. So that's why I wear sweats. That's a long protracted explanation to why I'm wearing sweats. Alright. Let's go, pie.